what's
Too
frustrating the judge. And I think the judge is exercising appropriate judicial demeanor, but she's really getting tried here and is at the end of her patience.
Well, and Andrew McCabe on that, I mean,
Too
it is
deep.
clear because of this relationship between President Trump and President Bukele. They have a great relationship. I mean, you could see it on display in the Oval Office yesterday. If President Trump said, "Hey, I would like for you to return him," it's hard to see. You know, even
I don't watch the news. Yeah, my dad likes to watch the news.
You wouldn't act on that, and so that's kind of at the heart of this.
What's
But the
up,
administration
Angel?
does seem to have an argument in terms of that Supreme Court ruling is not very clear cut in terms of having a certain date that he must be returned or that they must actually have him returned.
There's no question. The Supreme Court is partially responsible for the position that the case is currently in. The ambiguity in their language and the language of their order got us here. I mean, you heard it from Stephen Miller and others at the White House yesterday. They said, oh, it's a 9-0 victory. We won on all counts, which is clearly not the case. But the language gives them that the room to take that position. If the case goes back to the Supreme Court, they have to be definitive too and say exactly what the administration must do.
We'll see what happens. Everyone, thank you so much. Great to have all of your expertise here.
Có để vậy
Also,
rồi.
I should note tonight you're
No, Quân mua đồ ăn cho nó. Phải order Amazon nhé. Quân mua đồ ăn cho Harley.
The man from Maryland.
Mời mua nha.
From the latest from my fucking Capitol Hill. That's
Đây trả tiền cái chỗ cho mày đây.
Okay. I don't have my second phone with me, but yeah. Thank you for joining me.
This is gonna be so tasty. I think you know what you're doing.
I'm so excited.
Evil Longoria, Searching for Spain, premieres April 27th on CNET.
Yeah, Evil Longoria.
Diagnosis doesn't define you. Even ATTR cardiac amyloidosis. You've come a long way.
Có 17 đồng mà bà.
Was never said in
Nhớ đủ rồi.
You charged ahead. So why would life with ATTR-CM define you? You have the power of choice.
Thank you, Angel.
Atomy is an
Thank
old
you.
medicine used to treat adults with
Jolly Holly.
ATTR-CM to reduce
We got ice cream money now.
related to heart problems. People taking the Attruby saw an impact on health-related quality of life and were 50% less likely.
Got ice cream money now, Jolly Holly.
Giving you more chances to do what you love with who you love. Tell your doctor if you're pregnant, plan to become pregnant, or I'll breastfeed.
Thịt kho hả?
Thịt kho đó.
Ngăn thịt kho chứ cũng được. Đi đá cái đâu.
Cơm đang mới xúc ra, cơm đóng xúc ra lên đây.
Ok, đá cái đâu.
Cơm đang nóng á. Ta xúc ra đây nóng đi.
Yeah, he's doing well. Yeah. Still drink a bottle of Remy and smoke a pack a day. Still doing well. What, Holly? What do you want?
What if she says it as Marie? Spoiled.com. Well, how can we not say it? That's our name. Homes.com is the best.com.
Venture into the great indoors with Vila's create spaces full of natural light and fresh air so you can better connect with nature, your home, and as family. Because home isn't just how a space looks, it's how it feels. Vila Skylights, transforming spaces into favorite places.
After serving in the Army, I started Feinberg Machining. Today, we proudly employ 30 people. Thanks to American technology and artificial intelligence, our business continues to grow. It is inspiring to see America leading the world in open source AI development. But we can't let China gain the upper hand. We need to encourage innovation and strengthen American
What do you want?
Our leaders must protect our competitive edge.
Hey, Dad. I have a question for you.
Sure.
When did Granddad first start investing?
Granddad had an account with Schwab.
Buy 1 month ago? Get the fuck out, dude.
He started with nothing. He worked hard, and after he passed away, the torch.
What do you want, Holly?
And my wife was Jennifer. She was with it. She was a journey. Something with the estate.
Yeah, phone died. I don't have a charger.
Their college education.
This one's on 100% though. Phone died, Holly.
We put our heart into everything we do. We are farmers.
She don't like it. What do you want?
Customers and your team. ForImprint.com has items certain to wow.
What do you want? What's up, country?
Critical appliances like your fridge, your microwave, and your CPAP machine, so that you're prepared for whatever emergency strikes next. Go to 4patriots.com now and save $500.
News Night with Abby Filler, live tonight at 10 on CNN.
Tonight we're hearing from Democratic lawmakers who are ramping up their own efforts to bring to law.
My dad likes to watch news, not me. Yeah. I only like the local news.
And the president of El Salvador made clear they do not intend to seek his return. Just a short time ago tonight, we heard from Senator Chris Van Hollen. He is of Maryland, where Abrego Garcia lived before he was mistakenly deported to El Salvador, who announced that he will be traveling there tomorrow.
So I don't even know who announced this, but I am planning tomorrow to go to El Salvador.
Joining me tonight is the Democratic Congressman of Florida, Maxwell Frost, who says he wants to help Van Hollen in his efforts to bring Abrego Garcia back to the United States. And Congressman, it's great to have you here because I know, obviously, Chris Van Hollen's in the Senate, and you and your Democratic colleague in the House asked the House Oversight Chair, James Comer, to authorize an official visit,
Every time.
The Children's Hospital Colorado Mighty Millions raffle early bird deadline is midnight Friday. Win the early bird prize, an Audi SUV and Switzerland adventure, or choose
I like local news.
$5,000. Buy now.
National news too fucking depressing, man.
What will a new day break mean for you?
Too fucking depressing.
Overnight news will you?
Look, we're going to get live breaking news from Colorado's biggest news team.
And Travis Michael's weather with Major 3 conjuring up Colorado's most accurate forecast.
Ken Carr.
Why are you breathing so hard, Holly?
For 2 decades.
Oh, my dad just walked her. Oh.
Colorado's CW2.
Me and my brother take her out later.
We are your local election headquarters, and today former Representative Yadira Caraveo announcing that she's running for her old House seat in Colorado's 8th Congressional District. Caraveo was first elected to the Colorado seat, which is situated between Fort Collins and Denver and includes Greeley in 2022. But the Democratic pediatrician turned lawmaker lost her seat to Republican Representative Gabe Evans in November by roughly 3/4 of a percentage point. A statement from Caraveo reads in part.
Why are you breathing so hard, Holly?
Deserves a representative who's looking out.
You been smoking?
Gabe Evans has already shown.
Smoke some cigarette today, Holly?
Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and his national efforts in Washington.
You been smoking?
Meditation, I should say, may do more than calm your mind. It could actually slow down your aging process. The researchers studied people who
You been smoking? What's up, Rachel?
for years and found that they had lower inflammation and slower gene expression tied to aging. So it also performed as well as for younger adults on cognitive tests and showed signs of greater resilience to stress. Scientists
You been smoking? What you been doing, Holly?
may boost both brain power and longevity. In other health news tonight, researchers found emergency room doctors treat a gunshot wound every half hour. Adding to that are findings that show gun injuries also occur more often on weekends, in the summer, and holidays. Injuries are most common on New Year's Eve,
What's up?
Day, in the month of July, and between 2:30 a.m. and 3 a.m. Researchers analyzed gun injury visits that took place between January of 2018 and August of 2023 in 9 states, including the District of Columbia.
Gotta light an incense for my grandpa.
Studies so far to investigate patterns of firearm injuries related to different times of day, week, and year.
Well, the NTSB is saying some of the most important pieces of the helicopter that crashed in the Hudson River last week have now been recovered.
And those important pieces include the helicopter's main rotor system, transmission, roof beam, and tail rotor system. The recovery efforts are now finished, and the investigation into the cause of the crash is still ongoing.
All those dozens of former student pilots are now suing United Airlines and its flight school in Arizona, claiming they were misled into racking up massive debt for a training program that did not deliver. The new federal lawsuit says United Aviate Academy promised top-tier instruction and a fast track to the cockpit, but students say there weren't enough instructors or aircraft, and some had to teach each other. Many students say they were expelled for taking too long to progress, despite delays caused by the school itself. United says it stands by the program and will not comment on the lawsuit. Easter, as you know, is this weekend, and many baskets will be filled with those iconic peeps.
That's right, and tonight we're getting a behind-the-scenes look at how the sweet treats are actually made. Fox's Gary Baumgartner takes us inside.
You wanna light up incense for great grandpa? You wanna light up incense?
Is quite familiar with. The company makes a variety of candies, including Mike and Ike's and hot tamales, but its chips and bunnies might be its best.
Em chua xong chưa? Ok.
We make 5.5 million peeps every single
Vậy
year.
ăn cưa đi.
Approximately 2 billion peeps per year.
The company relies on just 4 ingredients to make its signature treat.
We have sugar, corn syrup, gelatin, and air. They are cooked and mixed and whipped together.
Producing the brightly colored marshmallow treats has gotten much faster since Peeps were first invented in 1953.
Peeps used to take 27 hours to make just one Peeps chip. Now it takes only 6 minutes.
Most of the modern teeth making process consists of cooling down after being pumped in plastic shapes and dropped in brightly colored sugar.
Then there is an overwrap
Thì
for
khó rồi đó.
stones that they get wrapped, put in their cases, and then shipped off to our retailers and our fans.
The company says its original color, yellow, is its best seller.
Treat yet, Holly?
Colors and flavors help them
Well,
stand
get on
out
it.
during
I'm
the
up with
Easter
it.
season.
They're just
Yep.
such cute characters. They have beautiful colors,
Cái
they're
này
fun
đây.
shapes, they're perfect for the
Ôi,
spring
mình
season.
sẽ cho bà cái
We'll
tổ.
also be hopping into more Easter baskets this year. Some consumers are looking
Holly,
for
you didn't eat yet?
alternatives to dine eggs amid shorter prices.
Peeps have become such a cultural phenomenon that they've been passed down for generations.
Người thế gà cho nó. Thế thịt gà này.
Well, Monday after a devastating wildfire, see the unexpected place where new life is taking root, and Jeffco's preparation paid off.
Injured in a car accident? Call Backus and Shaker. Serious lawyers for the serious litigation.
Teeth are amazing. That's why at Affordable Ventures and Income, you have new financing options to help you get a new
What's up, Cambodian? Yeah, my other phone died, bro. Buy 3 weeks ago? Get the fuck out, dude. I don't need 3 weeks ago account, man. My dog don't even need you, bro. That's how stuck up Holly is. Even my dog don't fucking need 3 weeks.
Cái này kho cá rồi cũng được.
You hungry, Holly? Cho anh ăn gì? Gà hả?
Hả?
Cho Holly ăn gì?
Con gà này, cái dĩa gà tôi để ngoài đó.
Có rồi hả?
Ừ.
Wow, you're gonna have chicken today, Holly?
Replacement by Pella is
Look,
the right
you have
choice.
chicken.
You get our products and installation, unlike other window companies. Pella has the highest quality windows that are tested to protect
Yummy, yummy.
help keep
Để cho đang ở đất thôi.
Yes, and they're backed by some of the best product and installation warranties.
Pella is the only thing in this house I don't have to worry about.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now. But hurry, our sale ends soon.
The future of trading is here on Robinhood. Purpose built for how you trade.
Set.
Execute your strategies with tools designed to make
Wow.
Dentures and Implants. We believe it's time the world sees your smile.
Để tôi
Whether
thấy
it's
chỗ
a
này.
single tooth, dentures, or dental
Thế
implants,
thôi.
we make new smiles affordable for everyone.
Sup, Mike? Gay Chan's gonna try to screenshot my dad's picture, but fuck you, Gay Chan. But fuck you, bro. Lame ass shit, bro. What's up, Mike?
Some of your lawmakers aren't happy about it. Our reporter Gabrielle Franklin is on it from the state. But both sides, Gabrielle.
In the face of a budget crunch and targeting over some federal aid, state lawmakers feel they found a solution to make up for some of those potential federal cuts. But not everyone is happy about it.
The governor is the chief executive of our state, and we expect that the governor will be leading any response that this state has to federal overreach and arbitrary decisions to withhold Colorado's taxpayer dollars coming back to Colorado.
State lawmakers want to give the governor's office $4 million to fight action taken at the federal level.
Through the budgeting process, we allocated $4 million of general funds, which the General Assembly has appropriating authority over for whatever purpose that we deem appropriate here on the floor and in our budget. So this money is legally available to be used to defend the people of Colorado.
The $4 million of state money was set aside to match federal dollars in the bipartisan infrastructure law. That money would be used to cover costs for things like litigating lawsuits over federal cuts to jobs and grant funding. Republicans have questions about why the state is taking this route.
They want to take $4 million to fight the federal government for potential cuts that might come to the state without taking responsibility for the bills that we've passed in this building that are adverse to the federal government. And, you know, I understand protecting state sovereignty, but this fund has never been established before.
Republicans also want to Governor Polis's office saying in a statement, we believe that to properly defend the free state of Colorado from unlawful and adverse federal actions, protect Coloradans and state employees,
No, can't eat bone, Holly. Not good. No bone.
federal environment ahead, it's critical to ensure we have adequate resources to meet the moment. You're not going to look at the House before it goes over to the Senate to repeat the process there, where opponents hope that changes can still be made. Reporting outside the state capitol, Gabrielle Franklin, 2 Our News.
As you know, it is tax time, and in today's Political Minute, we're looking at which states are getting filing extensions and what the Trump administration's cuts to the IRS could mean for you.
April 15th is tax day, and that means it's time to pay Uncle Sam. I'm Mike Vaccaro, News Nation's Washington bureau chief. Last year, the IRS says it collected more than $5 trillion in tax revenue. The agency gave out $553 billion in federal tax refunds. This year, the Trump administration has made cuts to the IRS with more plans.
$5 trillion.
That's
a lot of money.
There will be no disruptions to
Cô nghe gì
service,
đây nè,
and
mẹ mẹ
essential
không?
personnel will not be
Mai đi.
However, the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities tells News Nation the cuts mean it's going to be more
Bữa nay
for us taxpayers to get their
có
questions
Mỹ tới đây nè.
answered. Cuts to the enforcement budget
Đây
will
đây
make
nó
it
không nhớ
harder
hỏi thăm
for
sức
the
khỏe
IRS
đâu
to
thì
collect the money that's legally owed. Each year,
6
some
tháng nó
people
tới
get
một lần, nó
extensions
nói vậy đó.
of their taxes.
Tới thăm ba, thăm mẹ.
Natural disasters, Alabama, Florida, Georgia,
Thăm ba hay thăm mẹ?
and South Carolina have
Thăm
been
ba cho
told
mẹ
to
mày địa chỉ dưới
pay.
mà.
Arkansas, Kentucky, and Tennessee have deadlines in the fall. I'm Mike Vaccaro, and this is the News Nation Political Minute.
Có cho cái số điện thoại mày nữa đó.
Coi.
Nó nói với mà với cái điện thoại hiệp 2 số.
That helped fuel the Me
Thì
Too
cần gì
movement
là
was
nó
overturned
gọi.
last year after a judge allowed testimony from women not tied to the
Set.
case. Now Weinstein is facing a retrial on 2 of the original charges and a new charge involving an alleged 2006 assault.
One thing has been crystal clear, that this was not consensual. This was sexual assault with force.
Mr. Weinstein has been very consistent from the time of his investigation. He never forced himself on anybody. The 2 complainants in the original case, those were both long-term relationships.
Weinstein has pleaded not guilty. The trial could last 6 weeks, but even if he's acquitted, he remains behind bars for a separate rape conviction in California.
Well, back
Thì
here
nên
at
Mỹ
home,
thì
it's
cũng
been
khó
8
khăn lắm
months
nha.
since the quarry fire
Mấy
scorched
con chuyện đó chắc
almost
tỷ
600
mất
acres in and around Deer Creek Canyon Park.
And now we're getting an inside look at some of the work that's being done to bring that
Không
land
biết muốn
back to
làm
life.
mà tao thấy
Ashley
gì khác
Michaels
kỳ
in
quá.
Jefferson County with new details tonight.
Có những cái thì cũng hợp lý rồi, những cái là tào lao.
Inside this Loveland greenhouse is the future of Colorado's forests. We grow trees, forbs,
Hey, look.
shrubs, grasses. One canopy calls itself a reforestation company. We're growing some ponderosa pine for Jeffco and some Douglas fir for Jeffco, specifically for the quarry fire. Back in August, the quarry fire burned about 600 acres of Jefferson County open space. This spring, crews on site started dropping wildflower seeds from helicopters to help stop erosion and bring life back to the land. But regrowing trees is a lot more delicate. But today we're standing
Yummy,
in
yummy.
a completely climate-controlled greenhouse. So that means we've got heaters who pump heat into here. In the wintertime, we've got overhead water systems that make sure that everything is getting the appropriate amount of water. The quarry fire trees are only a couple inches tall. They're so tiny and cute, but they represent years of work. I could probably throw out 100 different species of seed in here. This is one canopy's seed bank. Honestly, seed has a really long shelf life. She says Jeffco planned ahead and saved seeds well before last year's fire. Their new trees started growing in this greenhouse just 3 months after it was fully contained. Getting seedlings in the ground a little bit over a year after fire, which
Oh yeah, this channel's
is
Holly.
ideal for reforestation, but almost never happens. So they are really ahead of the curve. And while regrowing a forest takes decades, the hope is the burn scar in Deer Creek Canyon may bounce back a little faster than usual. We might not be able to sit under the shade of these trees, but the hope is that future generations will, and that's why we do what we do. Those new little trees still have a few months of work to do. They are scheduled to be planted inside the quarry fire burn scar in September. Ashley Michaels, 2 Prime News.
The city of Aurora is continuing its tree planting initiative. It happened today in Utah Park.
And the city's Parks, Recreation, and Open Space Department joined with volunteers from Sam's Club to plant 10 new trees. This initiative focuses on extending the lifespan of mature trees through planting, pruning, and maintenance while engaging locals to continue those efforts.
Aurora has old trees. They are reaching the end of their lifespan. So if we do not replace them, they are going to die, and we are going to run out of shade trees around the city.
Last year, we'll plant 100 new trees and remove nearly 40 dead trees for this initiative.
And Earth Day is next week, and Fort Collins is getting ready to celebrate the annual holiday. A free Earth Day celebration is happening this Saturday at Civic Center Park up in Fort Collins. There will be live music, food trucks, yoga, a beer garden, and more. Admission is free, and visitors are encouraged to bring canned goods for the food bank of Larimer County. That celebration runs from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Well, this month we've had rain, snow, hot weather, really cold temperatures, really a mixed bag of everything. Pinpoint weather meteorologist Liz McGiffin joining us now to break down some of April's most extreme weather.
Many of those weather extremes, they've come our way just within the last few days. In fact, on Saturday, Denver set a brand new record high temperature of 86 degrees, so barely sliding past.
Wow, record high on Saturday.
Then fast forward 2 days, and we had measurable snow. It was Sunday night and Monday that cold front brought around 3/10 of an inch of measurable snowfall to the area. And these are not even the most extreme conditions that the Denver area has. The lowest temperature ever recorded, it was 9 degrees at the end of April, so April 30th, back in 1992. Thankfully, we've also stayed far away from the coldest April temperature that Denver's ever seen.
Như 32 đồng ấy.
April 2nd, back in 1975. The wettest day, or at least the day that we've seen the most liquid moisture in the rain gauge.
Mấy người ở chung kêu có gì dùng giờ nào chung cũng được.
Có điều quảng cáo nguyên một bộ vậy đó.
10.6 inches of snowfall. And even that, a far cry from the snowiest April day here in the Mile High City. That was 23 inches of snow, recorded way back on April 23rd, back in 1885. For the Pinpoint Weather Team, I'm meteorologist Liz McGiffin.
Snowstorm back then, 23 inches of snow. The moisture that would be good, but certainly not coming up on Easter weekend. So a lot of people would like that.
No, probably don't want to do Easter egg hunting in the snow, but thankfully that shouldn't be a problem for Easter. Ahead in Pinpoint Weather, I'll let you know if we are expecting a snow accumulation. We haven't had much of it for March or April to date. That's ahead in Pinpoint Weather.
Thì sao nó phải ăn kêu là đâu giờ này không hết được.
Colorado's biggest news team on Colorado's CW2.
Tonight on the CW, the future happens here.
In 3 years, this could be the main event at WrestleMania.
NXT, tell them what we gon' do. Welcome to NXT.
Tonight at 8.
Vậy thằng Quang này về còn nhớ thằng Quang không?
Lúc
nào?
Quang này con mới 8 mày nó ở còn mới
Sao?
sắp chết rồi. Bị ung thư máu.
Ung máu hả?
Bác sĩ nó nói từ 4 tới 6 tháng rồi.
Còn mất 8 hả?
Ừ. Con mất 8 mày trước mất 8 trước nó tới ruột mày. Sau đó là hai ông bà đó gặp nhau. Mới 25 tuổi là ông mất rồi. Mới sinh ra con Lẹ với thằng Quang đó là hai đứa đó. Sao ông bảo mới lấy cái chồng sao là ở Sài Gòn đó. Đi hết rồi.
Frank Azar got me $425,000.
Con cô bảy mày thằng Hiền nó cũng mới 5 mấy tuổi cũng chết hết rồi.
Find out how much your case is worth. You'll be surprised. I'm attorney Frank Azar, the strong arm.
Rescued from captivity, brought here to
More food?
Colorado own
Jeez,
wild
Holly.
animal sanctuary, the largest
Need too
exotic
much.
animal sanctuary in the world. Here, these precious
Mày
beings
còn nhớ phải tư lượng nào ở học sinh chứ không?
Nhớ.
Ông về Việt Nam ông cũng mới chết đi. 96 tuổi.
Ồ, 96 luôn hả?
Đấy.
Bác Lượng 96 tuổi.
Ông Việt Nam lâu lắm rồi, về 10 mấy năm nay.
wildanimalsanctuary.org.
Alright, round 2.
Ăn thịt kho thì lẩu con gà đó.
Round 2.
Có gì leo không?
Leo hả?
Ăn gì leo tao lấy chưa?
Ok.
Ăn giữ cái bình trái đó.
Ok, đấy rồi.
Ăn giữ cùng á.
Rồi, thấy rồi đó.
You racing with this new Bronco Wildtrak. The same deal as me, but you don't have to see the car. Or a new F-150.
Nếu nó chết thì chỉ còn cái bức tay của tao không rồi.
Cúp cái gì?
Bức tay mẹ mày hết, nó chưa cúp gì mà nó biết rồi nó cúp đâu.
So we're back and caught on camera tonight. This out of Spain. Take a look. A crew of mountain rescuers led a group of 5 disoriented hikers to safety after they got caught in a big snowstorm. The Civil Guard says the hikers were disoriented by the snowstorm and had mild symptoms of hypothermia when they were located in the early morning hours and escorted to their car. Now, there's a dramatic rescue playing out along California's Pacific Crest Trail recently after a solo female hiker was left clinging for dear life to a big face.
Yeah, take a look at this. This is actually a video from the Riverside County Sheriff's Aviation Unit showing the rescue. You can see it zeroed in there. You just saw it. The hiker was trying to
Holly?
rock and use a garment
Eat your own food.
help. When rescue crews
Stop eating my food, Holly.
Ăn rồi về nghỉ đi nữa.
Về ngủ.
After being stuck for more than an hour, the rescuer bear hugged the woman and pulled her to the top of the cliff. The sheriff's
Eat your own food, Holly.
pair had quite the adrenaline rush once on top.
I bet they did. Glad she is okay. Some scary video there.
Close call.
Nó ra người ta mà hết cá rồi, tao để tao vô rồi bên vô đó.
Leading authorities on a high-speed chase in a stolen BMW before crashing into multiple cars.
Not warning, the video you're about to see.
Hey, you there with the car, huh?
Take a look though. Dashcam video captured the chase in a dramatic moment. The car slammed into multiple other cars. This happened earlier this month. The sheriff's office tells us the deputies tried to stop the BMW as it drove at a high rate of speed and got off the highway. The pursuit continued into Lansing, Michigan, where the BMW right here crashed into a number of other cars before it was disabled. The sheriff's office says, quote, during the pursuit, the occupants were seen throwing 2 handguns out the window that were recovered and have been reported stolen. And now to a different kind of pursuit out of Florida. Take a look here. Tampa police officers chased down a reckless dirt bike and even bicycle riders on Sunday. The footage here shows the suspects cycling and doing wheelies while narrowly avoiding pedestrians. Officers are then seen chasing down and arresting one of the suspects. 4 other suspects were also arrested with a gun recovered.
Hình như thằng nó gọi được vô lấy ớt hả?
Thằng Tư.
Hả?
Thằng Tư.
Để vô không?
Vô. Thằng Tư vòng đầu thì chơi sân nhà.
Nó rơi xuống hạng năm rồi. Hôm nay ăn đi tiếp mấy trận lên được hạng Tư. Nói như lắc lơi rồi hình như đồng điểm nhưng mà không có xếp đặt ra. Lắc lơi kêu vậy.
Thằng nào thắng nhiều nhất là hạng nhất, rồi từ hạng nhất tới hạng 8 vô vậy đó. Từ hạng nhất tới hạng 8 được vô playoff.
Coverage continues tomorrow at 5 a.m. on Tennis Channel.
Mày tính lưu hai miền nữa hả?
Bên hướng Tây 8 đội, bên hướng Đông 8 đội.
Dữ vậy đó. Tao tưởng có 4 đội thôi chứ.
You want some rice, Holly? Eat some rice, girl. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, thank you.
Chiều nay cái giải nó không quên rồi. Giải nữ. Cái này nó quay lại. Tháng 10 tao về Việt Nam mà. Tháng 10 á. Vậy thở dạ. Có mấy người rớt tao về Cali. Bên Cali á, nó có cái trại dưỡng lão đó. Là toàn là người Việt không à, bác sĩ của người Việt, y tá của người Việt. Những người phục vụ trong đó của người Việt luôn đó.
Florida có không?
Florida không có. Chỉ có Cali thôi.
Cali là... Ở gì? Quận Cam mà.
Mấy quận mấy đâu, mấy quận tự nó nói vậy thôi.
Quận Cam gì ở Cali đó.
Hả?
Quận Cam.
Nó nói rồi mà giờ vô nó thức đó. Ăn uống gì là nó làm thức ăn người Việt không à. Y tá bác sĩ gì cũng người Việt hết trơn.
Lindsay Frozen at 40-15.
Not 1 hour yet, Holly. I'll see you guys on the main channel, huh? See you guys back on the main channel. Thank you everybody for supporting Holly.